Good morning, Missy. This is going to be your first instructional video on the quick cooker. It does come with a guide with instructions. Today we're going to make oatmeal. Now, I've already measured out my ingredients. If you've ever made oatmeal on the stove, you know you got to stay over it, kind of stir it a little bit. Sometimes it boils over and makes a big mess. Well, I make oatmeal in my quick cooker all the time because I don't have to stand over it and I don't have to worry about the mess unless I forgot the gasket. So the first thing we're going to do is open the quick cooker, and I'm going to do everything one-handed. I'm not a professional videographer. You can see by the inside of my pot. I use this all the time. If I had done a little bit better job, the pot would have been cleaner. But it's a stainless steel pot. Sits right down in there. The inside's easy to wipe clean. The inside of the pot, this is the thing. You got to make sure the little gasket's in. Now, I'm doing this one-handed so you can see how easy that is, okay? It comes with this one clear ring. You can get replacement rings so that you can have one for savory, one for your pastries and other things, because the ring does kind of accumulate a little bit of odor. I'm going to switch to the blue ring so that maybe you can see it easier to put it in. It just fits right under this little wire, and you just put it in all the way around. Like I said, I'm doing it one-handed, so okay, and you just make sure the gasket's around there. Then, according to the recipe instructions, you're going to put a tablespoon of oil. I use almond oil. You could use coconut oil. You can use vegetable oil, whatever your favorite oil is. This is one of my favorite Pampered Chef measuring cups because it does gooey liquids this way, or solids like peanut butter and shortening and brown sugar, where you have to pack it and then you push it and you don't have to dig it out of the bottom. But if you flip it, it's open, and if you look on the side, it has the fluid measurements. There's the dry for this side, and then the fluid measurements are for this side. So, nice little tool. So you've got your oil, you've got your grains. These are steel cut oats that I soaked, and the reason why you soak them is to get the starch out of them. You'll just put them in a bowl and run water over them, and you can let it sit and then pour the water off, or you let the water run until it runs clear. And then you have 3 1/4 cups of water. Pour that right in. I usually stir it up a little bit, but you don't have to. And then we're going to put the lid back on. So, thing about the lid, I left my sticker on there so I can see when it's opened or closed. It has notches. You line up the notches, and it has this cute little melody. It's like the pot saying thank you for using me. And you close it. It gives you the sound when you close it. Now, you look up here at the top. This little thing has a cloud on it. This little thing has a cloud on it. You match up the clouds. Now, if this was done and we were going to depressurize, you don't put your finger around this. But look how far away that is from there. So you can stand way far back and release the steam. Okay? Now, you also look at this little thing because it raises up and down depending if it's pressurized. It raises up, and I'll show you more about that later. But we've got our clouds, and we come down here to the setting. Now it's all digital. If you look at some of the settings, there's sear, there's steam, there's slow cook, and there's proof. This one's great for raising bread in a fraction of the time if your kitchen is cold, or you're in a hurry. It also has for white and brown rice and whole grains. Over here, you've got chicken, beef, fish, and seafood. You can make soups and stocks. I made elderberry syrup by myself. There's beans, so if you want to use the dry beans and save a lot of money, it will rehydrate your beans for you without having to soak them overnight. Chilies and stews, and Yummo desserts, which is the one that we use to make cheesecake. So, but you can also do custom time settings and custom pressure, whether it's high or low. So what we're going to do, I always cancel it out so it gives you 0. And it has a turn knob. So you're going to turn it, hang on, there we go, want it to be the dashes. You're going to turn it until it goes all the way down. Of course it's going, scrolls here, right here to whole grains. And then you just push start. Now it said 10 minutes at the start. That's the actual cooking time for the rice, or not for the rice, but for the grains. But as you can see, this is going to go around, go around, go around. It shows it's in the lock position. It has to build pressure in here. So it's actually going to take longer than 10 minutes. And I'm going to pause it now, but I am going to set my timer so you can see how long it actually took. But at this point, when I push start, I go upstairs and take my shower and go on about my day and don't even have to worry about the oatmeal. So I'll see you back in a minute or two.
Making oats.
Okay, Missy, it took about 15 minutes for the pressure to get built up, and for the little dot, for the little thing, don't press that because steam will come out and it'll burn you. But about 15 minutes. But I had forgotten to make sure that this little dealio was down all the way, so it may have been a little bit less time than that. But anyway, you would have been upstairs taking your shower and it wouldn't have been a big deal. So it shows you how much longer there is until the thing is done.
You're never going to get fat again.
Okay, so it's done with the cooking part. You can see that, I don't know if you can see the words. It says warming here in the crystal on the display. It's not compatible with the light on my phone. But it says warming, and so it keeps track of how long it's been sitting and warming. Now, this particular recipe in the book, if you look, let me see if I can get this where I can point to it. Go on, where'd it go? Steel cut oats. It says the time to cook and then the steam release. Well, this one says natural, 10 minutes. Sometimes it says manual, but most of the grains say natural. So that means you just let it go till this says 10 minutes. If you see, it's still pressurized. The button is still up. I'm going to do this just to show you. That's a manual release. But as you can see, the button is far away, so you can release it far away. Okay, Miss, as you can see, it's been warming for 11 minutes, so that means it's had a chance to release some steam. The button is still up, but as you see, when I push this, the pressure is nowhere near what it was. So I just push the button and you let it go. Keep your hands away from this part back here. Because it is steam coming out, but the nice feature is the release button is way far away from the toggle. I don't know if that's the actual word of that, but the wobble thing. Mom had a pressure cooker when I was growing up, and it had a little metal thing on the top. I always called it the wobble. And if that ever came off, oh Lord, there was spaghetti sauce all over the kitchen ceiling, but not the case with this one. So you can see this button, there was steam coming out, but it did go down. So we can go ahead and push the button so that comes down. Turn the lid, and it lifts right off. Ooh, warm and bubbly, just like it was on the stove. But no warm and bubbly all over the stove, which happens if you walk away from the oatmeal. Now, it looks like there's a lot of liquid in here, but what that means is you're not going to have dry, choky oatmeal. And as you dip this out and put it into your bowl, it will not be so wet and mushy. And as you let this sit and the air gets to it, it's going to continue to stay warm, so this water will work its way out and evaporate a little bit. But you can add brown sugar, You can add maple syrup. You can add sugar. You can add milk. Slivered almonds are delicious. Sliced apples, berries, anything you want. You can make oatmeal that's way healthier than that fast food place that sells oatmeal. We all know where it is, what it is. But it's all healthy. These, like I said, were steel cut oats. I like the texture of these better than rolled oats because it's less likely to, turn into wallpaper paste. For those of you that don't like textures, you know what I mean. But I haven't tried the rolled oats in the quick cooker, but the steel cut oats have been fabulous. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope you have a great day.